What's going on YouTube, 088 here, and I'm about to react to the recently released Shenmue 3 gameplay trailer at Magic 2019. It was a French gaming conference thing. I'm not exactly sure what it is. All I know is that Shenmue 3 was going to be there. And I'm going to tell you a little truth. I've already seen this trailer multiple times because I was at work and I could not wait to get home to react to it. I had to watch it. Being the Shenmue, if you watch my channel, you know Shenmue is my favourite franchise of all time. Shenmue 3's finally come back. When it was announced in 2015 at E3 on PlayStation's conference, I was going nuts. So, the trailer has come out. It's got some dialogue in it. It looks like it's proper getting to be the game that it's supposed to be, but there are some issues here and there. After I let my hype die down a bit, after I let my fanboy and excitement, my tears, wiped off the tears, dried my face a little bit of seeing Shenmue 3 come to life, I can see the issues that some fans or even newcomers to the franchise may have. We're going to go through them as I react to it with you guys. Well, this is more of a thoughts video than a reaction video, but I'll give you my thoughts on the trailer. Let's just watch it all the way through first, and I'll go over it. Let me turn it down a little bit, I don't want it to be too loud, and I'll go over it with you guys. Let's watch. Everybody's really complaining about the font. A lot of Shenmue fans don't like this font. I don't really care as long as the game looks good. This looks good already. I think Shenmue looks really good there. Line B looks sick. That's what he was saying. See, people have issues with the mouth movements, and I can see that. It looks weird. But the graphics are awesome. His hand looks weird there. I'll go into all of this and give you what I think.
親父のことを知っているんですか？親父は殺されたんです。お前さんたちには関わりのない。昔のことだったはずじゃ。一体どうすれば？技を教えてください。そう簡単に教えるわけにはいかんな。
I can't tell if he's meant to hold it like that. He's holding it like full fist, and the fighting. Oh, it looks good, the fight. Yeah, what's so bad about that? Looks good to me, man. His face looks a bit funny, but then what Shenmue characters don't look funny? That looks good. Much better than the old trailer. I think this is going to be sick. It feels like Shenmue to me. Right, let's talk about this then. Well, I've got to hear the Yu Suzuki chime. Just got to hear it real quick. It feels like old school Dreamcast, Sega Saturn. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Right, let's go through this. The logo, I've talked about that. This bit looks alright. Right, obviously the mouth animations of dialogue and speaking needs to be worked on. Obviously, you can't expect these people on a $2 million budget or whatever it was. So I know they got way more money coming in. I think this is maybe 10 million or something roughly. I don't know what other sources of income they had, but yeah, they're not gonna have all these amazing facial animations like Uncharted levels and all these other game levels of like animation with the mouth movements. Maybe this is Japanese. Maybe the mouth movements. Maybe they thought of English as more of the primary source of the. Maybe if you watch the English dub of this, it might move better. I doubt it, but maybe. So Yeah, the mouth movements aren't great. Shenhua looks awesome there. I think she looks good there. Like, before, people were complaining like they had no life in their face. Like, they looked dead. Ryo, when on the previous trailer, Ryo was getting off the boat and he looked like he was like just looked like a model just looking around like that, lifeless. But now it looks like they've got a hell of a lot of life in their faces. I mean, you'd hope Shenhua, Ryo and Landy, the main characters, would have as much life in their faces. But let's keep going. People were saying that a lot of the NPCs look really exaggerated and cartoony and not as detailed as they looked in the other game. But I feel like people forget, like, they've got the mind's eye of when they think about Shenmue 1 and 2. They make it seem like this ultra realistic thing, and it was at the time. Shenmue's graphics were mind-blowing at the time, but this feels more like it's touching on more the old Shenmue games rather than trying to be the modernized version of the old Shenmue games. Like, if Shenmue 3 was coming out with a full $100 million budget, obviously it would look like it would blow the world away with its graphics. It would look like Resident Evil, the remake, Resident Evil 2 remake. It looked like Red Dead Redemption. It looked like even the new Mortal Kombat 11. The graphics look insane on those games. And it would look like those levels, maybe even better, because Shenmue was setting a standard back then. And I'm sure Yu Suzuki, if you had the budget, would set the standard today as well. But they don't have the budget. They can't look like Resident Evil 2 remake. They can't look like Mortal Kombat 11. And it can't look like Red Dead Redemption 2. They can't get to those insane levels of graphics. So what they have to do, what I would do if I had that budget, is try to look like Shenmue 1 and 2. And that's what I feel like they've done. I mean, Shenmue 1 and 2 has a lot more texture, but that's because back then, like, all they could do was use texture. They look like the old Mortal Kombat games where it looks like real people have been inserted into the game, and it's just texture based. But this is obviously more graphical based, so it loses a little. Like, if you look at Ryo's jacket, it loses a little bit of that texture. But I feel like it's Shenmue 2. It looks like Shenmue 1 and 2 to me. Even the way the mouth moves, because if you watch Shenmue 1 and 2, the way the animations are on their mouth, the movements, it's very like, it's very similar to this kind of thing. So it does feel like the old games brought today with a little bit of shinier graphics, and I don't mind that. I think that's what a lot of Shenmue fans wanted, but that is going to be a problem with the casual normie fans, you know, the people that are just curious about it. I don't know, man. It's a bit worrying seeing where Shenmue could go. I just hope people can be open-minded and not judge it on the same levels as like Uncharted 4 and Resident Evil 2 remake. And here we go, Landy coming in against Shenhua. Now, this scene looks very reminiscent of the scene from the bad ending of Shenmue 2. Now, I've got that here already, so let's look at that. And we can compare. This is the original bad ending of Shenmue 2. We can compare the graphics. Obviously, this looks a lot higher textured, but it's more flat. While Shenmue 3 is more 3D, but it loses a little bit of that detailed, lived-in texture. That's the only thing. Here's the bad ending, the original bad ending, and there's Landy there. There you go. There's that. I shall take your power for the Chiyo. And then if we watch this version, tell me which one looks better. If it looks better than the original, what more do you want? Yeah, it doesn't look like PS4 next-gen graphics, but at least it looks a little bit better than the original games. And what more do you want from a low-budget sequel? Look at the detail. Look at Landy's face compared to the old one. I don't know, man. Her earrings swinging, that wouldn't be swinging in the old games. See, Ryo's jacket has lost a little bit of texture. If you look at Ryo's jacket in the old games, it's a lot darker, it's got a lot of lines and creases in it and all this kind of stuff. It just seems more leather. But the thing is, this is actually real. It's actually there. It's not actual leather, obviously. It's pixels, but it looks more like real leather because it's, I don't know, it's 3D basically. It's not just a drawn jacket that's stuck on his body. It's actually been developed with 3D models, so that's why it doesn't have that same texture feeling that you might have in the old games that made it look more lived in. So we're losing that lived in. Looks like the textures on the backgrounds definitely look lived in, but the models themselves obviously have been modeled and designed rather than just full of textures, so it is missing that a little bit, that lived in look. I think it's just getting used to it. Like, I can see myself getting lost in this world. Like, yes, the animations and the mouth movements aren't as good as the standards should be today, like for AAA, but this isn't a AAA game. This is a very low budget kickstarted game. We're lucky to even have Shenmue 3 at this level, like, and I'm hoping they focused more on the gameplay if they couldn't focus too much on the graphics, because Shenmue was known for its great graphics, but now they have to focus really hard on the gameplay, and we're going to see that coming up when he's going to fight in a minute. And I'll talk about that. See, like, Ryo's hand looks a little bit gammy there. At first I noticed it, but, you know, again, if you want to look at the original Shenmues, there have been a lot of movements where certain characters will come up to you and be like, "Hello, Ryo, how are you doing?" They wouldn't be very straight, so I don't know, maybe it's in true Shenmue form that his hand is not as straight as it used to be. I don't know, it feels, look, it's not the level of Shenmue 3 made in 2019 AAA should be, but does it feel like a sequel to 1 and 2, even with the glitches, the classic glitches from 1 and 2, like twisty head and all that? Like, yeah, I think it does feel like the old Shenmue 1 and 2 games. So that's all that matters, right? As long as Shenmue's brought back. Like, you know how we played the HD remakes where you just give up, you just, like, you're easy on it because you know it's made in 2000, 2001, right? So there's a lot of, like, glitches and a lot of, like, weird pop-ins and, like, weird animations, because you know the games were made in 2001 and 1999. So just think of this game kind of like that. Just feel like it's a sequel to those games. This is the game that should have happened in 2005 or 2004 when Shenmue 3 should have come out. So just feel like that's that version. Just imagine that's that version, rather than it being a 2019 AAA title, Shenmue 3 Return to Form. It's not a good idea to see it like that. Otherwise, little things like Ryo's hand is going to really get on your nerves. And the backgrounds look amazing. I wish they had a bit more detail in their faces, but still looks like Ryo to me. I can see myself getting lost in this world. I mean, if they click, look, even at the bottom it says it's work in progress still, you know. If you read the bottom of the video, it's still work in progress. Hopefully they'll smooth out the animations, they'll smooth out the dialogue, voice, the animations for mouth movements, and it'll be better. I've noticed Ryo's got new trainers. I don't know, they changed his trainers. Maybe he bought some new ones in Bailu Village. It's got S3 on his shoes for Shenmue 3. I don't know, a little Easter egg there, I guess. But yeah, now we're going to see a little bit of the gameplay, very smidgen of the gameplay here. And I've been worried about the gameplay fighting on this, and I've kept thinking it's going to be more like, what can I say? I was worried it's going to be like Batman Arkham games and Sleeping Dogs, where you just rapidly press loads of different buttons. But I think it's going to be a bit more technical than that, just by looking at it. Look at this. The kicks, the animations of the kicks look really good. I don't know how they did that. I don't know if they had to draw that themselves, or if they actually motion captured that. But a minute ago I was talking about how they couldn't afford motion capture, so they must have drawn that animation. So it looks good to me. I can get lost in this world. This is better than even what I expected, you know. And Ryo's hand looks like how his hand was back in the days. Can't see his watch. Oh, I can sort of see his watch on his jacket. Whew. That's it. Shenmue 3 coming out August 27th this year. They look more detailed here, didn't they? But obviously that's been photoshopped, I think. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Shenmue 3. I couldn't do a proper first look reaction because I couldn't wait. I had to watch it. But yeah, like, I think the game is good. Like, it's gonna be good. It's as long as the gameplay. What I need to see is a 30-minute gameplay video. They need to release that. I don't know when they're gonna do it. Like State of Decay was kind of, you know, State of Decay 2. I don't know if you guys heard about that game. A zombie game on the Xbox and PC. State of Decay 2 was basically AA. I don't know what it's not. Basically, it wasn't a AAA game. And State of Decay 2 has sort of both Unreal Engine 4 has sort of the same feel to it. The gameplay is fun on State of Decay 2. A lot of glitches, but apart from that, like the gameplay was fun. And they showed a lot of gameplay stuff. When did that come out now? Like a couple months before the release. So hopefully they'll do the same with this and show quite a few gameplay bits, maybe 30-minute gameplay. That's what I need to see. Ryo walking around, you know, interacting with people and interacting with objects. I need to see that shit. But yeah, apart from that, trailer looks good to me. You can't really expect much from a non-AAA game with a Kickstarter. Like, it's not even got the resources of State of Decay 2, so I think they did quite well with what they've got. I can't wait to see more. I've got my hopes are high for this, and I just hope it does well. Hopefully we can see some more stuff soon. Anyway, that's my video of Shenmue 3 gameplay trailer magic 2019. If you liked it, go to the like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you again. Peace.